I am Professor Tomo Riba, working in the Department of Geography, Rajiv Gandhi University, Arunachal Pradesh. I belong to Galo community. There are 26 major tribes in Arunachal Pradesh. Galo is one of them. Prior to 2011, we were called as Galong. But after 2011, it was amended in the Constitution of India. Now we are called as Galo. This Galo are found in Western district. The majority of them are in Western districts. They are also found in different parts of Arunachal Pradesh like Upper Subansiri, Papumpare district, East Siang, Lower Dibang Valley, Namsai, and Changlang. So many parts of Arunachal you will find a small number everywhere, spread. This Galo house, this is the general look of our Galo house is like this. We have our traditional house completely constructed with wood, bamboo, rattan cane, and this roof. For roof we use leaf. This is general. It is construction on slope, and this height of this house varies in different portion of the house as it is constructed on the slope. It depends on the gradient of the house. This lower portion of the house, see, lower slope, height is very high, and as you go upward this side, it is very short, so it almost touches the ground, but it is raised little, say above 1 to 2 meters, so that this pigs and cows don't climb in the house. This is our general outlook. This is our house is like this, rectangular in shape. So size of the house depends on the family members and the status of the family. It ranges from 200-300 square meter in this built-up area. The house has it has a veranda in all the sides. It houses. This is male veranda, front veranda, and this is female veranda or back veranda. On the side, we have this long, this narrow veranda. That's where we can move around the house. Back side of the house, this is a pig thing. This is a raised platform where we used to keep our pigs. And earlier we use it as a toilet also. And this in one corner coop is there where we used to keep our poultry, chicken. Garo house, see, we have two ladders. This is male ladder, this is female ladder, and this is female door, this is male door. And inside arrangement of the house, inside the house we have two hearths. This is male hearth, or which is also called as front hearth, and this is a female hearth. So this most of the time this is being used. This hearth is used for some different occasions, especially in tradition olden days when females are in their period in men's. They used to use this one, and they didn't cross this one. And this side corner there is this room. This is called store. And room it is a big hall, and it doesn't have separate room. So different portion of the house is designated for different members of the house. This portion, this is a front of the heart. This is if your door is here, suppose door is here. This portion, this portion is for father. This portion is for mother. This is for unmarried children, grown-up children, and this is for daughter-in-laws and grown-up daughters here. And this is the portion where mother and father used to sleep. This portion is considered to be most sacred area, sacred portion. All the sacred items are kept, ritual items are kept in this. This is called Nyoda. This is Bago. And this portion, this is the portion. This is where we hang from the ceiling the skull, teeth, horn, and fur of wild animals hunted. And these bows and arrows, other hunting equipments are kept here. So the frequent visit of females are restricted. Females don't go to this area. This is discouraged visiting a female to this area, because there are the teeth, the horn, skull of ferocious animals are there. So females are considered as weak. Again, they are mother, they have to look up children, and this area is not good. These females generally not allowed to come here. And this for collection of materials, for this, all the materials are collected from the forest. We collect well in advance, especially in case of rattan. When you go for shifting cultivation, when you get a good size, good quality rattan, you'll collect it, you'll chip it, and you'll keep it smoked over this ceiling. And other materials like this palm leaves are collected from the own grove. It is collected well in advance, before 1 month, and then it is kept piled in the forest. At the forest, and it is brought to the blaze, or it is kept piled. Systematically the pile, and is allowed to semi-decay. It is not used immediately. If you use this palm leaves immediately after collecting from the forest, it is damaged by pests, especially powder post beetle will eat it up. So to avoid it, it is semi-decayed. And after that, if you use it, it should last. So leaf used to last for many days, say maybe 4 to 5 years. It used to last. It depends on how you use it, and other materials, or the wood materials, immediately we don't bring to blaze. It is felled. These trees are cut and allowed to dry in the forest, and when it is sufficiently dry, the branches are removed, and then brought to the blaze. This material for wall is, we use bamboo, split bamboo. This also will split in the forest, and we will keep it there, and it's allowed to dry. And after drying, it becomes light, and we bring to blaze. And for floor also we use this bamboo. But in case of floor, we should bring it to blaze before, and then in the spot itself we should split, because after drying you cannot split. Again, it is long. That is why in solid form we should bring side, and we should do splitting of this. This way, materials we should collect well in advance. And bamboos also, same thing we should maintain. And while collecting materials, we should always adjust the pace of the moon. When the moon is there, we don't collect materials. Dark night only we used to collect. So it's believed if you may collect materials when moon is there, it is damaged by termite. This is always adjusted, the failing of these raw materials. And we don't collect immature trees. Completely mature tree we used to collect. And there are certainly, we don't collect these trees, a peculiar look of trees. Some trees are not straight. We used to avoid collecting of these items. So next, our house size is very big. If the blaze is small, it takes many days to complete the house. So it is a responsibility of all the blazers to help in construction of house till its completion. Here, all the able male, female, even children used to help a lot. Children are equally important in this construction of house. They help in collection of, as they being more this quick in their movement. So they used to help in bringing small raw materials, especially during at the time of roofing. Small children help in serving leaves from bottom. They will serve. And this filling of the heart, digging this drain around the house are mostly done by children. And this house construction is always guided by or supervised by elder. There will be expert elder will be there. He'll have one stick and he'll supervise the construction of house. So in construction of house, there's a lot of reciprocal help. Because this your own material, individual material, may not be sufficient for construction of a house. Suppose you have a bamboo crop, you have a your garden, leaf garden, this leaf garden, that may not be sufficient. In that case, so he'll collect, he'll borrow from his neighbors, from other places, those who are not constructing a house in that year. Same way, when that person is constructing a house, he'll also collect from his. This way we used to adjust, easily adjustment. Even in case of management of food, because feeding hundreds of men for a week will adjust to a grain. So in that case, alternative food for alternative days are this arranged by different families. So today Mr. X will feed, tomorrow Mr. Y will feed, and that way this alternate day feeding is feeding of this food to those who are taken care of by different families. And same reciprocal manner again this man will also do. This even suppose if you are dismantling a house, old house, and in that case you have to stay, you have to take shelter in someone's house, other's house. So you will take shelter in neighbor's house, the nearest neighbor's house. During that period, the host of that house will take care of all the food, all the comfort of these people. Same way, then when that man is constructing his house, and he also takes shelter in this house. So this way, there is a reciprocal help. Construction of house is being helped by all. The next is after completion of the house, this owner of the house will not immediately shift to the house. That first night would be occupied by the boys and girls and few elders. They'll do merrymaking. Owner of the house will serve food for them, especially these heads of animal that slaughtered during construction of the house are kept for this night. Some elders will also stay to complete the minor works. And next day, the owner of the house will finally shift to this new house. And that night, this is housewarming night, is this where he'll invite all the people, those who help in construction of the house. And not only to those who help in construction of the house, also the elders are invited. And one tube of bamboo tube of local beer, along with a packet of meat, is sent to all the households, all the families of the place. So in that night, the shaman, the priest, will perform ritual. In that ritual, priest will give thanks to deity of the forest for allowing these materials to collect. We Galo believe that all the materials in the forest are owned by deities of the forest. So, we give them. Again, deity of the forest is requested not to travel the family members, new family members. And in that, the one ritual image is made, a chicken is sacrificed, and then shaman will say, now for for giving these materials, we are offering you a chicken, and it's to recognize the family member of the new house. White feather of chicken is placed in the back hair of every family members. So in that night, shaman will pray the deity of the family deity, to bless the family member for good stay of the family members in the new house. Elders of the place, those who can come for this feast, they will also sing traditional folk song. In the traditional folk song, they will sing how Abotani, our forefather, started the house construction, and they will also sing for the well-being of the family members of this new house. In use of our traditional house, there are certain taboos and restrictions. First taboos, as I told you, we have separate leather for male and female. After attainment of puberty, till is menopause, females will use this female leather and male will use this male leather. But before this puberty and after menopause, females are considered sexless and they can use. And restriction was more during this period of menstruation. During period of menstruation, female will not cross they will not cross this person. They will not go to male apartment. They will not use this male. They will not come to this side. And generally male also will not they will not prepare to go to the female apartment. And as I told you, this is where we used to keep animal skull, teeth, fur, horn. So females are not allowed to come, and bows and arrows are not allowed to touch. And this person is considered a sacred place. So these are certain things, and there's a belief. Belief is in every house there is family deity. Deity of the family is to live in the house. And children used to believe in daytime there's one spirit used to live in the house, that is Kachibli. So that way we used to fear a lot to enter in dark room daytime. Now a lot of changes have come in this traditional Galo house. As I told you, our Galo house doesn't have rooms. It's one big hall. All you do is stay in single room. And Galo house tradition, we don't have windows. It becomes very dark even daytime if there is no fire. But nowadays, a lot of changes people have done away many of the disadvantages. Rooms are constructed for children, especially in Baranda. There is constructed rooms here for school-going children. So these are corners. The rooms are being built for grown-up children. So for married sons, they should construct this. And windows are there. There's rooms. There's windows. Now the electricity has come. In many houses you will find people are using electricity and they are using TV. One relaxation of mostly very big relaxation is that this restriction of females using this. Now this restriction has been relaxed. Females used to go, they use any part. In many houses you will find they have only one leather. It's being used by both male and female. So a lot of changes have come in this use. Even in construction of the house and materials use also changes. One of the problems in Galo house is quick decay of the house due to attack of the termite and powder post beetle. Especially it used to start from bottom of the house, that is from bottom of the pillar. To avoid this, now people have started resting this pillar of the house on this stone slab. It's rested on it, so it prevents it from the attack of the termite. This will put. In many cases, you will find people are using concrete cement pillar and concrete beam. Permanent types of houses are being constructed, and timbers are being used as a floor, wall, and CJC roofs are being used. that a lot of changes have come in Galo house, and size of the houses have also reduced. Because earlier traditional house used to be very big, unnecessarily it becomes very difficult to maintain. Now so sizes have also become small, and now people are going for small but permanent type of house. So this feature of the house, traditional Galo house, may not continue, because one of the serious problem being faced in the rural areas is the rural depopulation. In many places, there is shortage of youth who can help in collection of raw materials, who will help in construction of house. In places, only the aged people are left, but these aged people cannot go to forest and collect raw materials, and their children are in the urban areas. These are mainly due to compulsory primary elementary education in schools. After completion of this education from village school, they have to go to urban areas for higher education, and ultimately they get absorbed in jobs and they stay there and they don't go back to village. This is the main problem. Even these uneducated youths, they don't want to stay in the village. This is a serious problem. So those who are staying in urban areas, they should construct permanent type of house for their parents. So this, in the course of time, after many years, after the death of this present aged people, there won't be any replacing population. Due to this absence of replacing population, many houses would remain unused. So after long run, number of Galo houses in the villages, traditional house will reduce. Look of the house, external look of the house, this portion of house will change a lot. So thank you.